Hi, I'm Danny and these are my Diecast Disasters. In this video I'm going to be restoring a Matchbox for a mate of mine. It used to belong to his father. He's actually donated a few cars and trucks to the channel, and there was only a couple of them that he actually wanted back, and this was one of them. So this is the Dodge dumper truck, and they were first produced in 1967 through till 1971. This red version was the first one. It was from 67 until 69. It's got the old style wheels on it, whereas the later one had the super fast wheels. You can see this example, seen a bit of action. A lot of chipped paint there and missing chrome. Look how shiny that chrome part is, it looks like a mirror. The wheels are only a little bit scuffed, other than that they're pretty good condition. The windscreen's not broken, it's always a big plus. So let's crack on and take it apart. There's only one rivet which I drilled out and then realised I actually had to take all the wheels off first. So I use a straight burr on my Dremel to remove the smaller mushroomed end of the axles. Then I can take the wheels off and the axles out. There we go, now I can pop the base off there. Out comes the windscreen. And then there's a little black piece of plastic there which holds the trailer up and down. And finally I have to take out this axle holding on the tipper trailer, and there is basically no room between the tipper trailer and the mushroomed overhead, so it was quite difficult to get off. You can see it did grind into the casting a little bit. I'll just have to tidy that up later. Anyway, that gives us our two castings ready for paint stripping. So it's off to my paint stripping shed for a coat of paint stripper. There's all the paint wrinkling away, and then it's rinsed off with some water. Here they are. There's the odd scrap of paint and plenty of oxidation on these castings now, so it's time for going over with the wire brush on my rotary tool. And here they go, looking nice and shiny and clean. Just about ready for painting. There's a couple more small things to do though. First of all, I'm going to clean up where the burr dug into the casting a little bit while I was taking the axle out that held the tipper trailer on. Just do this with a needle file and then a little bit of sandpaper. And next I'm just going to drill and tap this post here. Now it's very short, I've only got a few millimeters to work with. So I drill my hole, making sure I don't drill through the casting, and then I just managed to tap it a couple of millimeters, I guess, but that should be enough for a shortened little screw to grip. So now I move on to painting the castings. Start out with a coat of white primer here on the truck body. And then, as I want this to look like it originally did, it's given a nice coat of red. And I do the same with the trailer. Gets the white primer and then a nice bright clean new coat of red paint. So I can put those away to cure and move on to the plastic parts. Here's the base. The first thing to do is remove that old chrome that's left on it. I do this with some hot water and a little bit of caustic soda. There it goes after about 30 seconds. And then I give it a good rinse. Most of the chrome's gone off of there. Nice and clean for a new coat of paint. I start out with a thin coat of black primer. And then it's finished with some Vallejo metal colour chrome. With that looking nice and shiny, I can move on to the windscreen. Here it is, no cracks in it. That's really great. There's a few scuffs and scratches there though, so it gets going over with some 2000 grit sandpaper. And then a good polishing with some plastic polish. And here's how it came out looking. It's pretty much good as new, I think. There's a couple of little dents in there, but that's all. And that brings us to the wheels and axles. I'll just pop the wheels off there. One of the axles was a little bit bent, so I just straighten this up using some pliers and my fingers. There we go, that's looking pretty straight for all intents and purpose. And I give the wheels a re-blackening with some black polish. There we go, there's a before and after. Doesn't make a huge difference, but they definitely look a bit blacker and shinier. And finally, here's that little tiny short axle that was holding the trailer on. It's too short for me to mushroom over again, so I've just got a replacement one there. And so here we go. Here are all the parts of our little Matchbox Dodge dumper truck, refurbished, repainted and ready to go back together. And this is actually the first time I've ever done a straight restoration of an old original wheels Matchbox on my channel. But before we take a look at how it came out, let's just take a moment to look back and be reminded of what we started with. Here it is, our scruffy looking little Dodge dumper truck. It's all there, no broken windscreen. It's got all its wheels. Missing plenty of its chrome there, especially on the bumper. Although the wheels and windscreen are there, they're both a bit scuffed. Definitely looks like it's seen a bit of work in the quarry. I think it's time for a reconditioning. And here it is, our finished, restored Matchbox Dodge dumper truck. It's been stripped down and cleaned up. The old worn out paint and chrome gone. And it's been put back together again with a nice fresh new red paint job. Nice new chrome on that bumper and grille. And the windscreen and the wheels have been tidied up. Definitely looking a lot better than it was. I hope you like how it came out. You can let me know in the comments down below. And I'll be going back home again where I can finally catch up with my mate. Thanks heaps to everyone for supporting the channel. Extra special thanks to my awesome Patreon supporters who help to support the channel through Patreon. If you'd like to help out as well, you can check out my Patreon page. There's a link in the description down below. Thanks heaps for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you'd like to see more similar stuff, some different types of builds and cars, remember to subscribe and click the bell so that you get notifications. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your mates.